Hello, it's Dan Povey, and today I'll be doing a review of my survival knife, which is the K-Bar Becker BK7. I'm going to be doing a demonstration video as well, but that'll not be for about a week or so, so bear with me on that. So first of all, it comes with this nice nylon sheath, but to be honest, it ain't that great because I've had some issues with it. It's a bit too long. If you can see how long it is in the photograph, you'll just see what I mean. But this clip here also is a bit troublesome because if you forget to do it up, well, you might lose your knife on the field, which has happened to me once before, but I was lucky enough to find it. So when you first get the knife, it'll come with like a black finish on it. I don't really like that, so what I did was applied paint stripper and left it in there for about 24 hours and took it out, brushed it all down, and then it came out really nice and shiny. You don't want it like that because it'll rust very easily, especially if you live near the seaside or something, since it's made of 1095 Croven steel, which is very prone for rusting because of high carbon. So what I did is I bathed in a bath of white vinegar for a few hours. I don't want to bathe it in there for too long, or the knife would have came out too dark for me, which is fine if that's what you want, but I personally like it more light so I can still see the shininess of the knife, but each to their own. And the blade is 7 inches long, which is very, very good if you want to do some severe bushcraft tasks, but if you want to do some carving, I would recommend a smaller knife, just a Swiss Army knife or something. I've got one here, or a Leatherman. Leatherman can be used. That's what I use personally, the Leatherman. And I'll show you something about the sheath that I do like now. So you got this little pocket on the sheath. I used to have a ferrocerium rod in here, but that fell out, so I'm gonna have to make a new one. I wouldn't recommend putting one in there because you'll just lose it. But personally, I like to put a little sharpening stone in my sheath because it's really handy for out on the field and it fits in perfectly. And you've also got, bear with me, you've also got a bit of room for a striker, and I just got this one very cheap on eBay in a job lot. But I added this little toggle here so it's easy access. Have it in there. Fits very, very nicely, if you can see there, and closes up. You can just pull this out. You don't have to take the sharpening stone out, which is great. But I've seen a lot of people on the internet doing this. Is they're putting their 2 seconds. I put the tooling right. They're putting their Leathermans inside of here. Now I've tried this, but I like keeping my Leatherman on my belt, easy access, and obviously, if I'm working around, I don't want to be carrying this entire knife on my belt, so I'll just keep the Leatherman in a small sheath. If you want to see a review of the Leatherman, by the way, just drop it in the comments. Now, another modification I've made to the sheath is this little band. I'll try and do a quick demonstration, but I threaded through one of these loops. The bottom one I've found the best, but it depends how long your legs are, really. I've got quite long legs since I'm over 6 foot, but that goes through like that. Yeah, I just made this out of paracord. It took 20 minutes, and you can strap it around your leg, and also have this on your belt, so it's strapped around your leg, so it doesn't flap about all the time when you're working, especially when you walk into camp, because that can be the most annoying thing. But this review's about the knife, so let's go back to it. It's a plain edge on the knife and 20 degree blade, if I remember correctly. I paid about £103 for this, which is really, really good for the quality you're getting. It's made in the USA. It's really good quality steel. You're not going to find a bushcraft knife of this quality for cheaper than that. If you do, I would really like to hear from you, because I'm all about knives and collecting them. But overall, this is my favourite knife. I've been using it for 2 years now, and it hasn't failed me once. But it does have a little bit of spot rust, and even with the patina, but that can wipe off with some isopropyl alcohol. The Rockwell hardness of this knife here is 56 to 58. It depends on the way it's forged, but it's really solid blade. It wouldn't snap on you. And the great thing, one of the great things about this knife is how thick it is. So with a normal survival knife, you wouldn't want to baton a piece of wood. I'll show you that in the demonstration, but batoning's basically when you get a piece of wood and you hit it with a log, and obviously this is a demonstration, I don't have a log with me, but you hit it, and you can use it as a hatchet basically. It can be a really good alternative since it's a lot smaller to a hatchet, and if you're doing a minimalist survival, you can just bring this without a hatchet. So when I go out, I always bring my axe. I'll be doing a review of that axe in the future. It's my favourite axe, and I've had that one for about 3 years. But I've had a lot of survival knives. I tried the Bear Grylls ones. I didn't like them. I've used quite a lot of my friends' knives, and you know, overall, I'm fell in love with this knife. I'm thinking about getting some custom scales made and a new sheath made. I might make it myself, but overall the knife is excellent. I'm not saying you should just go out and buy it right away, because it's a lot of money for something. It's quite a cheap knife, but it still is a lot of money. So if you're a bit on and off about bushcraft, just don't invest in a good quality knife straight away. Wait until you're truly into it, and then just go out and spend your money. But remember the old saying, you buy cheap, you buy twice. Thank you for watching. This has been Dan Povey. I'll see you in the next video where we're gonna do a demonstration of this knife. Thank you for watching. Bye.